Welcome everybody to MarSayHarrington classes on virtual reality applications. I'd like to, for those of you who are new and haven't been to these these classes before, my name is Steve Yates. I'm the CEO and founder of MarSayHarrington Associates, and to my right, this is Marissa Brushaber.
Hello.
She is co-founder and chief architect for our firm. I'd like to go over a few things. We have to mention our sponsors. We have 9mmBooks.com that she's a publisher in San Francisco, and she does some wonderful books. You can always go to 9mmBooks.com and get some wonderful art. We have to mention STCC College. Springfield Technical Community College is one of our sponsors. And am I forgetting about anybody? Oh, Orange Sound. Orange Sound, Greg Dwell, he's one of our sponsors also. Let me review where we've been. We took class 1, and we covered the basic elements of virtual reality and what it is in definition and what it comprises of. And there are 3 elements. On one side, that's computers, internet, and your software for your platform, which constitutes a delivery system. Then we have on the other side, we have people, community, and industry, which constitutes the other side of the equation. And as I demonstrated in one of the, I think in the first class, you mix all those up in a can and you have yourself a can of VR that actually has some functionality to it. On class 2, we went over basic platform management and some of the requirements that may be needed and available. As these things are still being formed and evolving, we're not exactly sure how it's all going to turn out in the end. However, we have to be prepared for all possible situations. This class I'd like to do a little bit different because there were some students that sent me some questions and suggestions in regards to the nature of the people who are in these virtual reality platforms, and there's a wide range. The people, the members, the members are what makes this virtual reality actually work and function. And we're going to encounter a great number of different types of people. You're going to have some people that want to just go in and relax and have a good time. You're going to have some people who are good builders and designers. You're also going to have business people that are in there that are excellent in doing business. And from one end to the other, you're going to get all kinds of different people. So how do these people fit in with expanding this can of VR? So let me give you an example. Let's say that one of you decides, yeah, it'd be nice to have one of these cans, and what can I do with it? Well, let's say that you're a builder, and you set up your can of VR as a display for your building talents, and then you leave it open. You really don't have to do a whole lot. You don't have to set up the rules very much. Anybody can come in and look around. You leave up your phone number and whatnot, and it generates business for you so that you can actually start designing other worlds and use your talents as a craft and as a trade. And that's just one example. There are other examples of buying and purchasing things. For instance, let's just say that it really, for the timelines that we're looking at, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense for us to reinvent what's already made. So therefore, it makes perfect sense to make available worldwide items and designs that are already available. So we're working on the mechanisms to do that. I can't say that they're all set up yet, but we're working on it. So in other words, if, for instance, you set up your world that you want to design parts, then you can design parts and you can sell them and do whatever you want with them. However, if you don't want to design parts and you want to buy them from an outlet that's already available within the network, then why not just buy them and save yourself a lot of time? There's 3 ways of dealing with product and market trading. There's the first way is to buy it piece at a time. Just go where they're selling it and buy it. You could also buy the rights to resell. In other words, you make an arrangement with the person who owns the particular product, and you buy the rights to resale for resale, which is effectively sort of a franchise. And then you have the right to resell the particular items, and and then you send back a percentage of royalties. Then there's also the rights of reproduction, which is a totally different type of an arrangement, but it allows you to reproduce the thing, and then you simply report what you reproduce and pay royalties on that. So anything and everything is possible. It's a matter of, you know, your ingenuity. So what I'd like to not get too detailed in this particular discussion, what I want to get to is the people and you people out there and what you people want and need in a virtual reality world, given the fact that you may have a can of VR, and or you may be thinking about getting a can of VR, but you don't know what you would do with it. So I'm gonna set you off on an assignment, and I'll give it 2 weeks. Basically, I'd like to see what we call it, an essay of sorts. How do you see VR in 10 years, and how can you contribute to VR to help get it there? Personally, I see virtual reality in 10 years that we're going to walk into a room, and the room is going to build the virtual reality around it, very much like a holodeck. So let's put ourselves in that mode where, all right, we've got this can of VR. I'm not quite sure what I do. What are my best talents? Let's see, if I use my best talents for this particular can of VR, what can I get out of it? So therefore, an essay of, let's say, 3,000 words of how you see virtual reality 10 years from now, and what can you do, how can you use your talents to actually get it there. So I'm going to keep this one short, and I really want to hear from you people. We need information from you in order to implement the things that are needed to make things happen. So I would like to turn this particular class mostly to question and answers, so that you can tell us what you need so that we can put it in motion. So I'm going to turn it quickly over to Marissa here, and I'm going to attempt to fire up Caneva. I believe that's one of the platforms that we have, so that question and answers can happen. The problem we have right here at this particular installation is that we got extremely low bandwidth. If I fire up these platforms here, I may lose the video transmission. I don't know. We're going to try it. We have a backup plan to go through Lord White Tiger, and you can funnel your questions to him, and then he can funnel the questions back to us. This is going to be rather awkward, but we'll do the best we can. So I'm going to turn it over to Marissa. She can have you can have a few words with her, and then I'm going to try to get this this computer working so that the question and answers can start.
Do we have an email that we'd like to send those essays to, so people know? MarSayEDU@verizon.net. The email to send those essays that Steve mentioned to is MarSayEDU@verizon.net, just to let you all know.